Welcome to another cast by Gilga. Like how the announcer spoke right at the same time as me. We are back with another Dota 2 cast it subreddit cast. Basically subreddit where people will suggest games to me to cast, and I've bestowed it upon myself, maybe, hopefully not unfortunately, to do every game that I see posted there. As long as someone else hasn't said that they're going to cast it already, I feel like I don't want to step on someone's toes when they say that they're already going to cast it. So gonna go ahead and hop into these picks. We do see first pick Pudge coming out, followed immediately by Rubik. Kind of curious to see if that will end up being a mid Rubik or a support Rubik. But first time I think I've seen the, at least kind of from a casting perspective, seeing the Arcana on Rubik against a Pudge. So will be kind of cool to see how that works out. Will be interesting to see where this Pudge lanes and how well it works out. Dire Team is going to couple up their Rubik pick with an Undying, just a very solid, strong laner at the moment. And getting the double tombstone later in the game is a huge nuisance for most team lineups. So, and just if there's any moments or pauses, or if you hear me drinking water a lot, I'm still recovering from being sick a little bit. But I wanted to get these casts done for you guys because I know it's been a few days, and I want to take care of them for you. Hitting on some more of the picks, we do see Radiant Team going for a Spirit Breaker and an Ursa. I am very kind of scared that Radiant's not going to have the best laning stage. Ursa is a good laner, but Spirit Breaker and Pudge, I am kind of worried about that.
5 seconds remaining. Your turn to pick.
Our team is going to go back for a Sand King. Also a very strong laner at the moment, and they're going to couple it with an Invoker. So it looks like it is going to be a support Rubik with Undying. Sand King off lane, I would assume. And they still have their safe laner to pick. I do like, sorry if there's squeaking sounds there. I do like the Dire Team a lot right now. I think they have insane setup for the Invoker this game. But Radiant's going to go back for an Axe, thinking that might be their answer to Invoker or Sand King and his mobility. Very strong laner right now, but I don't think... I mean, he might be able to cut the wave against the Dire Team, and they're going to finish it off with a Wind Ranger. So it looks like it's going to be Ursa safe lane, Wind Ranger off lane, or Wind Ranger mid, sorry, and Axe off lane. I am still curious as to how they lane the Pudge and the Spirit Breaker, though, so
5 seconds remaining.
They could always go Ursa off lane and put Wind Ranger safe lane as well if they want the lane that way. That team's going to finish it off with a Faceless Void. So they have insane setup for this Invoker. Like, this is Invoker's heaven right here. Burrow Strike, Lift, Chronosphere. Oh my goodness. As long as he doesn't get shackled or called by the Axe, he's going to have a field day. At least he should. And game is going to kick off here. Hopefully we get a fun game here. The title of the request was an absolute, what was it? An absolute clown, the ultimate clown fiesta with ranks varying from Crusader to Divine.
This is truly in the bag.
That sounds amazing. All right.
That this one is in the bag.
Cool. So let's see if we have any indication on where they're gonna lane. So far, no dice. Rubik is gonna be going top.
He's in the bag.
So it looks like it's gonna be Undying and Sand King off lane. Axe did go double stout shield, so he is looking to
It's in the bag.
lane cut. The Rubik is going to make that a little difficult for him, though. Rubik's not someone to trifle with whenever it comes to that. I mean, he's going to be able to dish out a lot of damage on him. Looks like Spirit Breaker will make the trek up here top lane, so it will be a Pudge bottom lane.
30 seconds to battle.
And they will end up doing Ursa bottom with Wind Ranger mid like I thought originally. So looks like we might have an engagement here on the top bounty rune. Both sides kind of just playing chicken here, but Radiant team are pushing them away, although the Ventreless, or the Faceless Void is going to make it difficult for them to get it, and it looks like Faceless Void will end up getting it, and it looks like he's going to get the second one as well. Not working out for the Radiant offlane there. Time walks away immediately. And now you're stuck with a Spirit Breaker who has level 1 charge. And yeah, he has a Stout Shield, but Pudge already looking to maybe set up on a gank on the Invoker, but how is he going to get that off whenever he has hook level 1? I just don't see how that's going to happen. Although he is still coming down here during daytime. What am I seeing here? Huh? What? I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so Ursa might struggle down here. He has a solo lane, and the Dire team really should focus on putting a lot of pressure on this Ursa, not let him get these free last hits. Does miss the Archer there, unfortunately. But the Sand King really needs to put a lot of pressure. He needs to continuously use Decay onto this Ursa, not let him get those Fury Swipes up. I do apologize about missing First Blood top. I'm not sure how Axe fell level 1. Pudge and Spirit Breaker are just watching at this point. I'm pretty sure they just watched the Axe die. Rubik and the Pudge are not going to run into each other? Okay, now they're going to run into each other, but what's going to happen? Charge does come out. He does have damage for a hook. This might end up being kill. Trying to dodge it, he does not dodge it, and the Rubik does die to the hook. Taking a couple tower hits, does get quite low, but we'll be fine other than that. Looks like mid lane right now, Wind Ranger is on top, and I missed another kill bottom. I do apologize. Tombstone did come out, and it looks like they got the kill onto the Ursa. Probably a couple stacks of that Caustic, coupled with the Tombstone. We do see 4-stop coming up onto the Wind Ranger, but she immediately one-runs it off. But taking a lot of damage from the Forge Spirit and the Exhort attacks. Going to get about a third HP, but she is going to use her Happy Branch and Tango to get that regened up. She is ahead right now over the Invokers. 7-7 versus 5-0, so really struggling. The Invoker is.
I almost feel bad.
So it looks like this Undying is just going to be constantly left down here by himself. We might see another kill on the top lane, though. Although I think this is just going to be a lot of attacks exchanged between the two heroes. Does get the lucky bash on the last attack he would have done on him.
Denied.
I think the more levels that this Ursa gets, the harder it's going to be to get a kill on him without dying yourself. So that might have been a one and done kill. But I mean, I did say they need to keep the pressure up on him, and they did get that first kill. So that is very good for them. This Invoker is getting dumpstered right now, 13-8 versus 5-0. But I assume once he gets a couple more levels, that will the gap will kind of close. Spirit Breaker, meanwhile, taking a lot of tower hits, getting very low, and no mana on the Rubik to be able to use Fade Bolt. But he does cancel the Spirit Breaker salve very quickly, and is still chasing, getting a lot of attacks. He does have a Clarity. Surprised that he is not using it. Missed a kill bottom lane, but I am still wanting to see if this Spirit Breaker does end up falling, or if he's going to get lucky with the bashes. Now Axe is coming, and he gets a Battle Hunger off. Faceless Void will just leap in and get that kill. Rubik might fall in the end. Meanwhile, during this whole hoopla top lane, Invoker did go down middle lane to the Wind Ranger. Rubik, it looks like, will end up living. Does toss away the Axe and uses the salve and Clarity. Axe is still chasing, knowing that the charge is giving him vision. Bottom lane is calm right now, but we do see Spirit Breaker coming in still. The Battle Hunger did dispel the Clarity that he was trying to use, and I assume that the Spirit Breaker is going to cancel this charge. Okay, and yes, he does. Power Shot does get down the Invoker middle lane to about 2/3 HP, and it looks like the Pudge is smoke trying to set up on something. A lot of attacks being very aggressive. The Shackle Shot does come out, and here comes the hook. Gonna get him down to about a 1/3 HP. Forge Snap and Cold, or Forge Snap, Forge Spirit and Cold Snap coming out very quickly. Sunstrike to try and hit the Pudge, misses them both, splits the uprights, and they will finish off the Invoker. Meanwhile, bottom lane, we do see another Fury Swipes coming out onto the Undying. Not going to do enough damage. Burrowstrike does come out with the Decay, getting him down to about a 1/3 HP. A lot of damage still coming out from the Fury Swipes. Ursa does use this his stick to get about 2/3 HP. Pudge is coming in from the top, wrapping around. I think that the Dire team realizes this. Down to about 5th HP onto the Undying now. The hook is going to barely miss. Good sidestep by the Undying here. Tombstone does come out. Double burrow strike by the Sand King. It looks like they're going to try to turn this, although the Fury Swipes are still getting them quite low. He is going to use his Fury Swipes again to cancel out the Tombstone. Here comes the Sunstrike. It is going to get him down to about 200 HP, about a 100 HP. Does end up living. Meanwhile, middle lane, Wind Ranger looks like she might have been... I'm sorry, Faceless Void, rather. Looks like he was caught in the back end by the Radiant team. I saw that the kill was on Wind Ranger. I was like, Wind Ranger's diving mid? No, she was going on the Faceless Void top. This game is just all over the place, very split up right now. And looks like top lane is still not going to quit. They're going to keep hitting it until it doesn't quit. Or until it quits.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, these kills are very, very split up right now. I do apologize about missing a couple of them, but they're just like bouncing top lane and then bottom. We do see a charge onto the Rubik. Immediate lift coming out. Down to about a 3rd HP onto the Rubik. Same for the Spirit Breaker now. The Axe is still just going to be like, hey, I'm not really feeling those kills. I want these creeps. Give me the creeps. Undying does rotate up here, so it's going to make this Axe's life a lot harder. In fact, gets him down to about a 4th HP with the Decay, and now Spirit Breaker's in trouble as well. Who are they going to go after? Fateful does come out on Axe, but Undying's deciding to go on to... Okay. Alright, you're just showing off now, Invoker. In fact, he might pay for it. He gets hooked from the Pudge. Power shot coupled with the Shackle shot to knock him down into place. Undying does come and get the Decay to finish off the Spirit Breaker. And this game is just definitely all over the place. Surprised to see this Ursa not bringing a clarity for himself down here. He would be able to push the Sand King out of lane by himself if he were to bring just one clarity. Hook does come out, but it does hit the range creep instead. A lift does come out from the Rubik with the Decay over the top. Fadebolt with a Sunstrike whiffing, but even the Tombstone used to finish off that Pudge. A lot of commitment there. Meanwhile, bottom lane, the Sand King is quite low. It looks like this will be a kill for the Ursa, if I'm not mistaken. We do see a Burrow Strike coming out very soon. No, he uses the Sandstorm. Oh, Ursa, get some dust, my friend. And now Undying's here, but a Fury Swipe's is going to push him away immediately. Sunstrike does come out, but he immediately turns around. Ursa, I mean, 180 gold is going to get you these kills. Another Decay comes out, getting him down to about 20% HP. Sand King wants to chase this, but with only level 1 Burrow Strike, he is not going to be able to catch him. Middle lane, we do see a Shackle Shot plus Focus Fire coming in. Colstomp trying to get him down. Power Shot, not quite enough to get the kill. The Force Spirit getting this Wind Ranger quite low. Sunstrike almost on the mark, just barely too far ahead. And now Pudge is coming in with the Spirit Breaker, the charge over the top. Here comes the hook. Spirit Breaker, you got to move out of the way, my friend. It looks like the kill is just going to happen regardless. Got body blocked a little bit by the Forge Spirit. Hook does come out onto the Undying. Forge Spirit times out just before it's able to get the kill onto the Spirit Breaker. And they're not going to be able to finish him off. Top lane has been a little quiet since all the action a little bit earlier. A lot of people kind of rotated into mid lane. We do still see the Wind Ranger on top, 36 and 10, followed closely by the Axe at 36 and 0, and then the Void from the other team at 31 and 9. Right now, Pudge is occupying mid lane with the Wind Ranger, not letting the Invoker come up to lane anymore. Knows that a quick Shackle Shot, even if it doesn't latch onto a tree, is going to spell an imminent hook. Top lane might have something coming out, though. We do see Rubik up here again with the Faceless Void. Still trying to watch this mid lane, though, not wanting to miss a hook. DD Rubik just pumping in his attacks into Axe. Pudge looks like he is TPing onto bottom lane, though. Might be trying to set up a kill with the Spirit Breaker charging it onto the Undying over the top. Fury Swipe's going to do a lot of damage to him. Decay over the top onto, not going to be enough. They are going to kill both of them, and the Sand King has hightailed it out of there to the west. It looks like Void is going for an immediate Mask of Madness after he finishes up his boots, his treads, which he just does pick up there. Haas 2 Wraith Bands will be going that Mask of Madness afterwards, so he should have that pretty shortly. Axe is going your first item. Vanguard will have that pretty shortly as well. And we do have 3 heroes mid lane again looking for this Invoker. Power shot over the top just to scout a little bit. Throws the hook out, and he does land it. Now this Invoker's in trouble. Does throw the Cold Snap onto the Pudge, but there's the charge by the Spirit Breaker. He does Ghost Walk away, and they don't have any detection. You've got to be kidding me. And now Wind Ranger might be turned on. We do have an Undying coming over as well, Decay, but he does Wind Run away just in time. I don't think they're going to have any more follow-up after that. Ursa is waiting for the bounty runes. We'll get the bottom one, but I don't believe he's going to get there for the top one. Lift does come out last second just to make sure that he does get the extra bounty rune, or so that the Rubik gets the bounty rune. And now that Ursa is in trouble, Tombstone over the top with the Sunstrike, getting the damage low onto the Ursa. And then a Sunstrike to finish him off. Meanwhile, Call top lane against the Void. He will have his Time Walk right now. Gets away scot-free. And that will be that. It looks like he will Shrine up, and that will be that. So right now, it is a very even game. 8-7 right now. Radiant team, less than 1,000 gold lead. It looks like a lot of that is onto the Wind Ranger right now, leading the net worth by about 700 gold. But other than that, everyone is very close. We have Ursa, Axe, and Sand King, all about 100 gold from each other. Invoker a little bit down on the net worth, but probably will catch back up once he gets a few levels. Time Walk away immediately, and the hook is barely sidestepped. Well done by the Void with the quick reactions there. Rubik is going to run into the Axe in the jungle in the meantime, with the Undying seeping in as well. There's the lift. Call over the top, and here's the Spirit Breaker coming in onto the Rubik. Pudge is here to say hey as well. Are they going to be able to get this kill onto the Rubik? But here is the Invoker to say hello right back. They do get the mini stun onto the Rubik. Axe is very low, gets the Chronosphere onto the Undying with the Axe falling over the top. This will be a dead Pudge. Ursa's doing roast this whole time. Double Shackle Shot onto the Faceless Void and the Invoker, but he Ghost Walks away. Another bash coming out onto the Spirit Breaker by the Void, and he is going to fall. Roast has been collected by Ursa. Now he's here. We do see a Tombstone over the top and a big Chaos Meteor on two. Gonna kill the Aegis immediately, and Wind Ranger will fall over the top as well. It looks like this is gonna be a complete team wipe by the Dire team onto the Radiant. Yes, it will be. Rubik getting that last kill. Oh, goodness gracious. And honestly, I feel like this just you can just chalk it up to the Dire team just has a way easier time doing what they want to do in these fights. You have Pudge and you have Spirit Breaker, and I mean Spirit Breaker can be good, but they don't really have the follow-up with it.
Invisibility.
You have a lot of people who can initiate, but not much of a follow-up. All of your follow-ups really Ursa, and he can kind of initiate by himself. Mid lane, we do see two people. I do see the Undying kind of wrapping around from the back as well. It looks like he does have an Invis rune. No sentry down at all. I kind of am wondering if there's ever been a sentry bought in this game. I think this is the only sentry that's been bought the entire game. We do see a Shackle onto the Rubik. Meanwhile, Sand King does die. Looks like he died bottom. Looks like it was a two-man gank by Spirit Breaker and Ursa. He does finally buy the dust. See, I told you, you buy the dust, you get the kill. That could have been done about 7 minutes ago, giving yourself a much better lightning phase, but hey, maybe he wanted the challenge. Another charge does come out over the top onto the Rubik. Lift as well with the Tombstone and the Decay over the top on the Spirit Breaker, but here's big boy Ursa. Invoker does die, meanwhile, to the Wind Ranger mid lane. Probably just a Shackle Shot into a Focus Fire. Another charge over the top, but Sand King's here, gets only the single Bro Strike, charges up the Epicenter with the Fadeable over the top, and Enrage does come out and turns onto the Undying, gets him down to about a 3rd HP. Now the Faceless Void is coming in. Will he get there in time? Long TP. I don't believe he will. There's another Bro Strike, and I might be mistaken. He does come in with the Mask of Madness, charge over the top by the Spirit Breaker onto the Sand King. Shackle Shot's gonna miss completely. Ursa does finish off the Undying. He probably will pay for this. There's the Nether Strike onto the Faceless Void, trying to stop it, and more Fury Strike's gonna come out, but he is gonna Time Walk it off. The Urn trying to heal him up even more. And now the Invoker's here. Cold Snap and Chaos Meteor. But the hook comes out onto the Invoker. The turnaround might be here. I don't believe so, actually. They don't have any follow-up. The Spirit Breaker will fall, and it looks like they are going to keep chasing. Tornado does stop the Pudge in his place. The Shrine is used. The double Chronosphere onto the Wind Ranger and to the Pudge. He will fall without the Sunstrike getting the kill. The Axe is trying to get a good call, but he needs to just use it. Does get it off onto the Void with the Deafening Blast, though, to turn it around. And now the Bro Strike onto the Axe as well, and he is going to fall. 4 down by the Radiant team. Wind Ranger is still looking. Uses his Power Shot. Will get the hit onto the Invoker. Finishes him off. Good kill by him, but man, this is just a lot of damage coming out. The Wind Ranger tries to TP out, but is not going to get get out in time. The Ursa comes in and uses his Fury Stars to get the kill on the Tombstone, but was it worth it? Uses the end range to try and tank it up, but now he's probably going to fall to the Dire team. Very low, another Urn Charge used, and he will fall to the last decay. And Radiant team just feels like they're throwing body after body at this Dire team.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Score now is 18-12, less than 1,000 gold lead by the Dire team now at this point. We do see Void coming out on the top of the network charts, followed closely by the Wind Ranger, and then Axen, Sand King to follow that up. Invoker has caught up a little bit, is right around the middle of the pack now. We do see another charge coming out, but the hook's already missed, close enough to immediately cancel the charge before it even gets close to him. It looks like Rubik did pick up 2 bounty runes. Undying picked up the other one. Shackle does get attempted, but is going to be missed by the Wind Ranger. We do see an immediate cold snap. And I do see the Sand King charging up his ulti in the back end. Blinks a little late, but does get a lot of damage off on the Wind Ranger. Fade Bolt will finish him off. Charge over the top by the Spirit Breaker onto the Invoker, but it is not going to be enough. Now it is a 4-on-2 fight here. Tornado onto 2 on the Ursa and the Spirit Breaker. Ursa has come to play. Nether Strike onto the Invoker. Not quite. Double Dust being used. They want that Nether Strike. They want that Invoker. They will get the kill. Everyone is just throwing their bodies at each other. All of these heroes are complete whores.
My patience is rewarded.
It is almost 17 minutes in, and I am scared that no one will have 100 last suits by 20 minutes. Top lane, we might have a kill here coming out. We do see Dismember coming out by the Pudge. It's going to be an easy Shackle Shot to land with the Focus Fire. Focus Fire? Nope. Okay, it was on cooldown, but the hook and the Power Shot does finish him off. And that's a great kill by the Radiant team. Tornado does barely nick the Ursa, but it looks like there's not going to be fault. Never mind, the Blink Bro Strike does come out. Cold Snap immediately onto the Axe to make sure he's not able to get a call. Still without a... He does have a Blink Dagger, actually. Oh, hook attempted by the Rubik, stolen, but not able to get a hit onto the Ursa there. And this mid lane has just... It's basically 5v5 mid lane right now. And when I say 5v5, I mean 3v2. Math was definitely my strong suit in college.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's structures are full.
We have yet to see a tier 1 tower go down in 16 minutes, 17 minutes. That is actually insane. In fact, the Void may be trying to defend this Wind Ranger taking the top tower. Tries to get the Shackle, does miss, but we do see a charge over the top. Does use Shadowy Amulet, but the Dismember comes out very quickly, and they're going to get the kill on him. And they will get that top tower as well.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Mid lane, the Ursa is getting earned up with the Bro Strike over the top. Lift with the Sunstrike and the Chaos Meteor, but he does get in rage off in time. Tries to turn. Definitely Blast to keep him in place. The Shackle Shot does hit on a creep, combining with the Invoker. I do apologize about the camera work there. Another Bro Strike coming out, but the Blink Call does come out. The Undying does use his Tombstone. Axe is getting very, very low, about a 4th HP. Now Spirit Breaker's here to play. Uses Nether Strike onto the Rubik. Hits him down to the low ground. Axe will fall. EMP over the top is going to hit onto 2. We do see a lot of heroes getting low. Another Shackle Shot going to get the Sand King very low. Power Shot gets him even lower. Can't see him because of the Sandstorm and no detection coming out. And he will Burrow Strike away. The Sunstrike over the top is going to get the Spirit Breaker very low with the Cold Snap as well. Does finish him off. The Shackle Shot does get the Invoker low, and they will finish him off with Ursa. And now the Undying's in trouble. Ursa just taking tower hits, not giving a fuck. Does get turned on with the Blink. Bro Strike will die. And now the hook lands on Sand King and he'll fall.
Tower is under attack.
Guys, what is happening in this game? I don't know what to say, when to say it. All I know is people are dying, like, at an extremely high rate. I feel like this is, like, intended by both teams. They were like, fuck it, let's just all kill each other, no matter what. Who cares about towers? Like, why farm creeps or towers when you can farm heroes? That's what one of my best friends says. He's like, he's the opposite. He's like, I just want to farm creeps. That's all he wants to do. Hero kills? Nah. Creep kills? Eh, yeah. So we didn't lane well together. Looks like more kills are getting ready to be happening mid lane. We do see the Invis by the Shadow Amulet coming out on the Void, and he is just searching for a big chrono. You know he wants it. You know he's going to whore himself out for this. Big blink call onto the Invoker is going to be the name of the game. Sand King channeling up his ulti on the side. 2-man ulti coming out, but the Tornado is going to stop a little bit of its effectiveness. Chaos Meteor over the top. Shackle's going to try and keep the Faceless Void in place, and the Focus Fire is going to finish him off before he's able to time walk away. Mask Command is silencing him up. Meanwhile, Dismember on the Rubik, but they are going to turn with the Fade Bolt and the Tombstone. Big 2-man Burrow Strike as well over the top, but he is going to enrage, kill the Tombstone immediately. Big Nether Strike over the top onto the under the Undying. Axe is going to fall to the Rubik in the backline. 2-man Deafening Blast by the Invoker with the Fade Bolt over the top. Gonna finish off the Ursa there, and another Blink Burrow Strike coming out onto the Spirit Breaker with the Cold Snap and the Sandstorm over the top, and that's going to be a 4th kill by the Dire team onto the Radiant team. Only survivor is going to be the Wind Ranger. This right here, this is the danger zone.
I'll take your treatment.
My danger zone looks like
Every coin helps.
it's a PG channel. We're not going to talk about that. So let's get, while we have a little bit of a time to kind of collect our breaths here, let's get a little bit of some item updates. Urn and Arcane Boots onto the Rubik. We do see Pudge having the Aether Lens. Invoker getting closer to his Ags. We'll have that very shortly.
Middle tower is
I think that's all we're going to get to because we do see a TP coming in from the Ursa. The R team trying to Delta split here. Tornado does come out, but the Ursa does dodge with the blink perfectly.
tower has
Ghost Walk is coming out, but he does get the dust off and will hit the hook. What a hook! An Axe Call over the top as well keeps the Rubik in place. Can I say Rubik? What's Rubik? I don't even know. You say it a lot of times. It doesn't make sense anymore. Meanwhile, the Void dies, and another hook stolen by the Rubik is going to get the hook onto the Ursa. Uses Enrages and turning on this Undying. Why is he not using his Blade Mail? Answer me that. Axe misses his call over the top. Another hook by Pudge onto the Rubik. Gets him. Battle Hunger over the top. 2-man Burrow Strike is big plays by the Sand King. Ursa going back on the Undying in the back, and I did hear a dunk onto the Rubik by the Axe. Spirit Breaker's charging and saying, guys, I'm here to play. Nether Strike onto the Sand King over the top. Axe is still trying to find this Undying if he can. Doesn't know what his Blade Mail is. In fact, he did use it earlier. I do apologize. You're better than I expected, Undying. Excuse me. Burrow Strike again by the Sand King onto the Spirit Breaker, but now he doesn't have any more mana, and he completely dies to a charge and by the Ursa. And a big call by the Axe is going to keep him in place, but a big 2-man Chrono going to keep them all in place. Will finish off the Ursa. Will he get the Axe as well? Looks like he's trying to play a little bit cautious. In fact, Spirit Breaker's here to play now. Gets a charge up, gets the extra bash, but now he might be in trouble. Time lock onto the Spirit Breaker. He will fall. Double kill by the Faceless Void. Meanwhile, Wind Ranger actually said, I don't want any more kills. I'm going to go the Nun lifestyle. I want the tower instead. A lot of TPs coming in. Rubik will try and get him. Shackle does barely not hit. And they might be able to get a kill here. He's very fast with that Wind Run. Gets the lift on him. Will they have any follow-up? The Decay does get him to half with the Tombstone, but now she's like, hey, you want to play? Gets him to about a 30 HP with Focus Fire, but will turn around, seeing as the Tombstone is causing a little bit of problems.
is under attack.
Doesn't want to risk it.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
That's a very sad word, and will be gone very shortly. Rubik, baited by the ward. Just kidding. Sees it coming. Uses one run to get away. Ursa blinks ahead very aggressively. Somehow a creep camp got stacked in the meantime. I think that was Rubik. Ursa says thank you very much. Alright, so... Alright, so let's get some more item updates here. Undying, still with the Blade Mail, going for the Ags. Probably going to be a while till he gets that. Looks like Sand King is getting quite close to a Lotus. Rubik going a Yule Scepter. Shadowblade now up onto the Faceless Void. They will get a stun onto the Spirit Breaker top lane. Axe does get a taunt on only on the Sand King. Shackle Shot does come out as well, but only hits the Sand King. He will Burrow Strike through the Wind Ranger as well. Will they try and follow it up? Looks like no. Invoker still trying to farm up his Axe, still going quite slow. Spirit Breaker now does have a Blade Mail. Don't know if he had that in the last fight. Wind Ranger now with an Axe to follow up with the Maelstrom that she had earlier. Pudge still with just an Aether Lens, and looks like he is going to only have the Aether Lens for quite a while, maybe in for the rest of the game. Axe now does have...
Illusion.
Did he not end up going the Vanguard? I know that he had the Ring of Health, and it looks like he might have stopped and just gone for the Hood instead of the Vanguard. Probably for the best, considering that Hood, they have a lot of magic damage on the Dire team. Another Sentry coming out. Pudge, bless your soul. Ursa now only still has the blink, now has cheese to go with the Aegis, trying to go a BKB. About a 4th HP running up against this Rubik, just trying to show his aggression, saying, this is my house. Pudge, what are you doing? How do you let Rubik get that? Pudge, baby, what is he doing? I would like to think that a big chrono is coming mid lane soon, but he is pushing bottom lane. In fact, he is TPing to the tier 2 tower. Invoker looks like he's trying to set something up, maybe trying to bait a little bit, but we do see the Spirit Breaker charging onto the Void, so they see him coming. They have full vision of them. They might be able to get and use this to their advantage. Hook does come out, but immediately pulls the Ursa back. We do see a huge shackle shot coming out with the call over the top and the dunk to finish off the Invoker quite early. The pump fake of the Chronosphere as well didn't like what he had there. Dismember coming out with another strike as well. Sand King does come in. Big Chronosphere onto 2, but it's going to catch 2 of his teammates in as well. We do see the hook by Rubik keeping the Spirit Break out of it as well. Doesn't quite kill the Wind Ranger, and a huge call by the Axe onto 2 or 3. Gets the kill with the Tombstone coming out by the Undying. They're trying to finish off the kill, but Axe is getting quite low. Ursa trying to finish off the Tombstone as fast as he can. Rubik does pull the Undying out to safety if he can, but a hook is going to be sized up at the Ursus here. Quick reactions with the lift, but now the Rubik might be in trouble. Tries to use the Fade Bolt to thwart their efforts, but it looks like the Rubik is going to fall. Tries to use it off. Is he going to be able to get away? I don't believe so. Does die to the last shockwave by the Ursa. And Invoker dying quite early was the key to that lost team fight. Invoker is trying to show his dominance here, but does get the Tornado onto 2 with the Cold Snap and the Chaos Meteor. But the Dismember comes out just in time, and now the Invoker's probably going to die again. With the Fury Swipes coming out, it is going to be a dead Invoker. Really thinking he can do more than he actually can. That Invoker is an NA player. Ursa is like, this is my house. Goes in with the Enrage and gets Bro Struck just before he gets the kill. Will fall. There's the Aegis. Are they going to be able to kill him again? Has another Bro in 5 seconds, 4 seconds. Trying to run the right. He's already used his Enrage. He's going to the well. Where are you going? This isn't your home. Now Rubik's alive. Gets the lift. Is he gonna throw him into the well? Yes, he does. This isn't your home. No, Ursa, what are you doing? Oh my god. Oh, I mean, that gave me a laugh. Oh, yikes. Oh, these are the Ursas that I have on my team. Oh god. You know, at this point, whenever he was here, he was basically committed. He's like, let's just go for it. Let's just go all the way. Oh god. We do see a charge onto the Invoker with another strike over the top, and he is gonna die very quickly. Dismember not even needed, but will use it. Now Rubik's coming over the top with a haster and throws down a ward. And Pudge is trying to scream out his name, throws down another sentry, knows that the word's there, spam pinging it, saying my little claws can't reach it. And now they're going to try and dive this Rubik. Hook is sidestepped. We do see the Sand King ulti being charged over the top. The Shackle Shot does hit onto the Rubik with the Focus Fire over the top, not doing that much damage. The Spirit Breaker is quite low, same with the Pudge, and now 4 heroes from the Dire team are here. 2-man Chrono on the back lines by the Void. It's going to get both the Wind Ranger and the Spirit Breaker, and they probably should kill both of them. In fact, they do. Double kill by the Void, and now Ursa's here, but I don't think he should go into it, although I don't want to say he won't, because, I mean, look what happened bottom lane. Axe, get in there, buddy. Your team needs you. Hook does come out by the Rubik, stolen with the lift over the top. Now Ursa's here, does get the shockwave with the call over the top onto the Rubik. Now they're collapsing on them. Now 2-man Bro Strike with the Chaos Meteor over the top. Big combo by the Dire team. The BKB does come out though to try and thwart the After Stepping Blast, does finish off the Axe. Undying trying to live as much as he can, tries to get earned by the Rubik. Can he get away from this Ursa? He is running. Sunstrike is gonna miss. Blink out by the Ursa. Gonna get the Bro Strike's gonna get dodged, and he's still running. Now he's trying to turn on the Sand King. Gets hooked again, and he will fall. Double kill by the Invoker. Oh my god, this game is still dead even. It's 36-31. It's a 1K lead. Void does try and Shadow Blade away, but the charge is gonna see him. Charge will connect, will get dusted up as well. Tries to time walk away. Will he hit the hook? Another strike over the top with the hook. Dismember probably first. There it goes. Sound strike over the top. will get the damage onto the Pudge a little bit, but the hook will finish up the Void off. And it is really good that these two supports are able to get these kills. Wind Ranger might be hunting here, uses his Wind Run. Throws out the Shackle, and I don't know how he expected that to hit on anything. Do see another stun or another charge coming out over the top is gonna get canceled immediately by the Burrow Strike. Sand King is using his ulti right in front of the Wind Ranger who's using her Focus Fire. Will die to that and the Chaos Meteor. Now a double charge with the call over the top by the Axe. There's one dunk. There's no. I wanted the second dunk so bad. Soul Rip does finish off the Spirit Breaker. Now a lot of minions from the Tombstone getting a lot of damage off. Now the Soul Rip again gonna kill the Axe. This Undying doesn't give a fuck. Come on, man, fight him. Who cares if First is there? Get the kill. Another BKB coming out. This is how many seconds left? This is the 9th second. Does blink again. Will finish off the Ursa. I really wanted that Undying to commit for that Axe. You see the Ursa, there's no way you're living from that. Just go for the kill. You know you're gonna die. Guys, it's 40 seconds after the 30-minute bounties, and all 4 of them are still here. I kind of threw up a little bit in my mouth. I honestly have no idea who's gonna fucking win this game. I have no idea. I honestly don't care. I've gotten my my fix with this game. Thoroughly enjoyed casting it so far. Whatever happens, left is just gravy. Rubik now with the Yules going for the Ags afterward. Ags finally up on Invoker. Looks like he will be trying to go a blink afterward. Radiant team smoked up trying to find a kill on these Dire Heroes. And there might be a clash in the river here. Smoke is going to wear off very shortly. And I think that will be that. Void now with an MKB up, going for a Manta afterward. Not really sure why he went to MKB. This dude has no survivability whatsoever. Charge does come out, and Wind Ranger is using her Wind Run to get there as soon as possible. The charge with the Dagon by the Spirit Breaker and the Focus Fire. What the fuck? He has a Dagon? Okay. Alright. Fucking A, man. Ursa blinks over aggressively with the DD rune. The Tornado dispel it immediately. Axe, hello, why did you not call while blinking?
Dire's bottom tower.
Hello, McFly.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Tier 2 tower by the Dire team. Looks like it will fall. A little bit of momentum coming out from the Radiant team here. First time I've seen any kind of momentum at all. Tornado on only the Ursa throws out the Chaos Meteor as well, but the charge over the top with the BKB. The Sand King uses his ulti in the background onto the Axe. Probably will finish him off with the Sandstorm. Dismember does come out on the Rubik. Will finish him off. Double kill by the Ursa. Trying to look for more, but he will kill the Tombstone first. A lot of zombies coming out onto 3 heroes. Shackle to try and keep the Sand King at bay. Charge as well. Getting very low, about a 30 HP. Focus Fire as well. Tries the Burrow Strike out. Getting very low still. Soul Rip keeps him up just enough with the Focus Fire. Maelstrom procs keeping not quite. A 2-man Chrono does come out on the top with the Decay over the top. Will finish off the Wind Ranger. Another strike over the top as well. Does keep him in place with the Axe Call as well. The Dismember as well. Look at the lockdown by the Radiant team and the dunk to finish it off. Another Dagon absolutely does no damage. Holy shit, he had 7,000 HP. That's an Ags Undying. He had 7,000 HP. That Dagon literally bounced off of him. That Undying got hit by that Dagon and he was like, pfft. That was literally a 0-range Burrow Strike that hit no one. Tornado over the top to try and salvage the fight with the Chaos Meteor Deafening Blast over the top. Not the best timing. Both of them have about a 30 HP. Rubik's now in the background. Steals charge with the Burrow Strike over the top. They will finish off the Spirit Breaker. Cold Snap onto the Axe as well with the Urn. Tries to salvage it with the call, but will fall to another Decay. And this guy is just decaying left, right, and center. He went to 50 decay duration because he knew he was getting agged. This guy fucks. One of the very few times I have not seen Tombstone on death. 50 decay duration. Can you imagine getting hit by decay 4 times in a fight and just losing 40 of your stat for 50 seconds? 50. Sorry. Steal duration 95. 95 seconds. Excuse me. That is insane. You lose four hits from decay. That's 40 strength that you are just without for 95 seconds.
Every coin helps.
That's insane. I was gonna say you should just go Heart next, and that's what he is queuing up. Radiant team trying to go for the 3rd Roche, and this will be a refresher orb. And that's falling very quickly. Who do they put the refresher orb up on? Is Ursa gonna take all 3? No, he doesn't. They give it to the Pudge. Pudge does have a blink now to couple up with his Aethelins. We'll be surprised to see what he goes next. He might as well, with this type of game, go in Ags. I mean, give me a break. This Void is literally 35 minutes in with 1400 HP. Like, hello? How? How is this even legal? I don't even know. I don't know. Fucking Dagon on Spear Raker. I'm so disgusted. Basher now out onto the Ursa. Radiant team does have a big power spike now, but this Ursa, just throw out those decays, man. Take that 10 strength every chance you get. He's probably gonna go the fucking -2 second decay talent. Blink Pudge Hook does whiff, splits the uprights on the 2 heroes. Ursa, Blink and aggressively buy the Ursa with the BKB directly onto the Invoker. The ulti by sinking is gonna do absolutely nothing because it's only on a BKB target. 2-man Chrono is gonna get absolutely whiffed and not done anything with, but the Chaos Meter is over the top. Ursa already used his cheese. Blade Mail by the Spirit Breaker, tries to use Dagon and gets fucking reflected by the Lotus Orb. 2-man Broshak's gonna get both kills. And the Wind Ranger might fall as well. Gets very low to the Urn, and the charge will not quite finish him off. The Urn is what finished him up. Ice Wall over the top, and now there's a lift with the Sunstrike over the top. He's gonna fall. Meanwhile, a charge onto the Faceless Void. He does charge away now. And gets the Blink Dismember with the charge over the top. Stolen by Rubik. Not gonna save him in time. Tornado just a little bit late. The dunk will come out over the top. Call onto the Undying. He doesn't give a shit. EMP will not hit anyone. Burrow Strike gonna miss as well. Cold Snap will finish him off though. How much health does this Undying have? Only 4,500. They are trying to chase, but they are gonna go the wrong way. Pudge going south does have. What is this refresher supposed to do for him? Why don't you give the refresher shard to the Ursa so that he can have double BKB, double Enrage? Am I a crazy person here? I feel like I'm descending into madness watching this game. Is he gonna go for a solo kill onto this Invoker? He is. He is gonna try. Invoker. Invoker. Goes for the refresher. Dismember play. No. Tries to hit it. Doesn't. He gets it sidestepped. Now he's about half HP. Uses the dust very late. And now big boy Undying's here. Look at him just smack him down with the decay to get the kill. The charge by Spirit Breaker's coming out over the top. Does get it canceled by the Tornado though. Oh no. Nether Strikes gets canceled by the Lotus Orb. But here's Ursa with the Dagon doing absolutely nothing again.
Dire's bottom tower is
I don't know why you Dagon this Undying. He's more of a man than a Dagon ever will be. Dire up to a 6k lead. That's the biggest we've seen all game. So this is quickly dissolved into a full-on meme cast, and I'm fully embracing it. Fully embracing it. This is the silence, the calm before the storm. Like, we know it's not over. We know there's probably a lot more coming. Definitely the calm before the fucking storm. Dude, this Ursa doesn't give a shit. He literally he gives the least amount of shits I've ever seen. Two-man call by the Axe there. Burrow Strike onto the Ursa to keep him at bay. Tombstone is already down. BKB is going to come out trying to finish off the Tombstone as quick as possible. And this is Undying's time to shine. Another two-man call over the top. Tornado is going to cancel that out with the Tornado, Chaos Meteor, and another two-man Burrow Strike to finish them all off. We do see the Nether Strike by the Spirit Breaker. Kills off the Rubik, but Ursa will end up falling to the Deafening Blast. We do see Spirit Breaker getting hooked to safety, but now that might cause them both to die. Icewall is going to completely miss the mark. Decay is just going to rip him a new asshole. Speedbreaker trying to charge away. And let's see if he does get away. They are chasing. Tries to TP out. Immediately canceled by the Burrow Strike. And man, Epicenter just to shove it up his ass. I do feel bad. That was completely unnecessary. Wind Ranger may have the potential to get a solo kill on this Void here. So let's keep a look at this. Will he hit the shackle shot? Will he hit the shackle shot of destiny? No, he will not. He pussies out. Doesn't even go for an attempt. What a nerd.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Dire may have transitioned this to an uphill push. All four heroes on the Radiant do have buyback, although Axe will be up in about 5 more seconds. And it looks like they may back out. Alacrity one more time onto the Catapult. Immediately dealt with by the Wind Ranger here. Never mind, she decided to clean up the range creep first, trying to get all the efficiency that she can with those last hits. But the tier 3 tower getting very low because she is not focusing those catapults. Axe is like, hello, the catapults. That probably took about like 400 more damage than it needed to. No biggie. What is the kill count? Like, let's look at this. 15-3, 7-10, 5-9, 11-7, 4-13, 9-15, 13-10, 8-7, 10-5, 11-5. Holy bejesus. I've spoken so much during all these fiascos that I don't even know what to say during these calm moments. See if anyone has any new items. This Undying is a fucking monster. Very close to having his heart up. Call by Axe, but it was just an illusion by the Void. Has Mant up, and he has been spamming that to kind of push out waves, scout out ahead. Doing a good job of that. Faceless Void's not really close to any other item. Still has only 1700 HP, which is absolutely nothing at this point. He literally is a piece of paper. Sand King has gotten his Ags up. I'm pretty sure he's had that for a little while. But his Lotuses have been quite good. We do see a lift by the Rubik onto the Axe. Tornado over the top with the Chaos Meteor and the Cold Snap. But now the Ursa's going to turn, get the jump onto the Invoker, gets him very low. Decay is coming out with the Tombstone. Burrow Strike is going to cancel it out with the Epicenter over the top. We do see the backline. Cataclysm going to do a lot of damage by the Invoker. Instant double kill. Ursa tries to enrage, but what's it going to do? Immediately lifted and Burrow Strike by the Dire team, and he will fall. Holy calamity, that was a big Cataclysm. Remember when I said this Invoker should have like a field day with all the setup he has? He's fallen a little too much in love with his Tornado. A lot of setups and he's trying to like cast Tornado on top. Because like, I'm being facetious when I say this, so don't take this too much to heart, Invoker player. But you are literally only able to do your combo by using Tornado first. Buyback by the Spirit Breaker and by the Axe. Immediate lift onto the Pudge with the Burrow Strike over the top. Gets him to about 3/4 HP, but that's going to really be it. Decay over the top is going to hit too. That's 20 juicy strength right there. Dagon early with the call onto the... Holy fuck. A lot of damage coming out on the Void. Nether Strike will finish him off. Yes, it will. Burrow Strike is going to completely whiff. And Dire Team may need to skedaddle there. That Blade Mail did so much damage. Meanwhile, top lane, the Dust does come out on the Wind Ranger and gets the kill onto the Invoker. Everyone's TPing in now. Does get the lucky time bash with the lift, and now the Wind Ranger will pay for that. Both of them do have buyback, and she didn't even finish off the tier 3, but look at her having dust late game on a core. PSA, buy dust late game. Switch it out for a big item even if you have to, because it will get you a big kill on a huge core like that. Especially if you're a hero, like, just someone that has pickup potential like that, it is worth putting away. It would even be worth, like, if she had another item other than this dust, it would probably be worth putting this Crystallis away for the dust, because it would cause her to get a kill. Radiant team is getting the next Roche again. This is going to be the 4th Roche of the game. Will they put the refresher on him this time? Man, refresher on Axe would be good. Just someone, not Pudge. Ursa will take the Aegis. Axe has the cheese for now. They do give the refresher to Ursa as well. Okay. So cheese on Axe, Aegis, and refresher onto the Ursa. Pudge is probably asking for the refresher, but the Ursa should probably tell the Pudge to go fuck himself. He does end up giving him the refresher shard. I'm a little upset, because he really made great use out of it last time. This game could still technically go either way, but 6K has kind of been the lead that Dyer's maintained for about the last 5-10 minutes or so. Hart is now up on the Undying as a fucking madman. Goes the -2 second decay time. He is just shitting out -10 strength every 2 seconds at this point for 95 seconds each. That is bonkers. Radiant's almost up onto the Sand King. Might be a little okay against Focus Fire, making her have a little bit of a problem hitting her target. Wind Ranger on the flip side has gone for an Aeon Disc and does have that now. So will be a tough kill now against the Faceless Void, even if he does catch her in the Chronosphere. Ursa is just haunting at this point. Jumps right into 5 heroes, immediately gets the Enrage off after the Burrow Strike hits, but immediately Hex as well. The Hex is going to bring him back into safety, and it looks like both teams may just disengage at this point. This Ursa, I've never met an Ursa who gives less of a shit. And he's just going back in. The Chakra Shot does miss onto the Invoker. Focus Fire over the top, getting her to about half HP. The Tornado onto the top, going to completely make the Epicenter completely whiff. Tornado is going to whiff a lot. We have a 3-man Chrono, and Rage is used well in the Chrono. In fact, the Wind Ranger runs into it, making it a 4-man Chrono. Double Burrow Strike as well. Nether Strike is going to get canceled. Dismember over the top, keeping this Undying in place. Cataclysm is going to do a lot of damage, killing off the Ursa with the Aegis gone. Going to get 2 people low as well. Burrow Strike to keep the other person in place. The Wind Ranger is falling very low, will fall. Ursa has risen from the Aegis. 2-man call, but Tornado's going to completely cancel it out with the EMP over the top. Fade Ball over the top as well. Cheese is eaten by the Axe, but he will fall, and it's a team wipe by the Dire team on the Radiant. Triple kill by the Void. They dismembered the Ursa, and he was taking absolutely no damage. Absolutely no damage. How do they deal with this? They can't deal with it. He has 28 armor, and he literally is sitting at like 6,000 HP constantly. They dismembered him for the full duration, and it looked like they didn't even touch him.
Radiant's bottom shrine is under attack.
And now the Pudge is probably going to be caught out, and this is going to be a dieback. Tornado is going to catch him. Let's see what he's able to do here. Ice Wall over the top with the Burrow Strike. A lot of time lock bashes with the Cold Snap. Fight me, bitch, is what he calls himself. Well,
Radiant's bottom shrine is under attack.
say what you will. And I really thought that was an illusion. Oh, God. Unless something crazy here happens here, it looks like Dyer's just going to close out this game. I mean, they just have the way easier team to work with. And that's exactly what I thought would happen.
Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack.
Putting in some damage onto the bottom racks here. Fortify already used. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them just transition into mid lane. Although Ursa looks like he's ready to die again.
Radiant's bottom barracks is
I do hear a Shackle on the backline onto the Ursa, or onto the Undying, excuse me, and Disc immediately popped. Immediately regrets her decision as this Undying literally took no damage there. Dagon gonna cancel out the Lincoln Sphere that Faceless Void now does have. And it looks like the mid-racks will end up falling. Not quite. The illusions will finish it off.
Radiant's middle barracks has fallen.
We do see an epicenter being charged up. Okay, never mind. He decided to nope out of there. He was like, guys, and they were like, don't do it, man. Guys, don't do it. He was like, all right.
Haste.
I think Rubik thought an Ags would be a good idea and then realized he wouldn't get it until like an hour into the game, which we're getting close to. But ends up going back for a Lincoln, so he has one as well. Radiant team just has a hard time managing these fights well. Like, their draft is based around, can we get a pick off on a core target at the beginning of a fight? Yes. Okay, we have a chance at winning the fight. If we don't, we're completely fucked. Like that one fight, whenever they were able to get that kill onto the Invoker here, really, really early, they won that fight. But then they haven't been able to do that, and they have since lost a lot of fight. Solo Chrono onto the Ursa, uses his Enrage automatically. Sunstrike over the top will be hitting him still while the Enrage is up, so he is able to get out of there. The Axe has been a great pickup by him. Looks like the Pudge is trying to go for a late Sheepstick, and he is a little bit close to it. Was that Undying with a Force Staff? Has he had that a while? I feel like he's had that a while. Now a Shiva's picked up on the Undying. Goodness gracious. Have mercy on their souls. BKB now up on the Spirit Breaker as well. Same with the Axe. And he has gone back for that Vanguard after everything, while still trying to finish up the heart. Not sure why he wanted to go for a late Vanguard. And Purple may try and get something done. I don't know what he's really... Did he really come up here to try and steal last hits from the Ursa to try and get his Sheepstick? I mean, he does have it if he wants to buy it. Looks like there may be an initiation by the Dire team, though. No Chrono for about 45 seconds. He is Shadow Blading up. An immediate lift onto the Ursa coming anytime now. There's the Enrage. Shivas is going to come out with the lift. Lasts like a tenth of a second. Ursa uses his BKB as well, trying to get away. And that maybe that does suck for him that he has to use his BKB charge, though. Radiant team is just struggling to find any leeway here.
Radiant's top shrine is under attack.
Spearbreaker, meantime, is killing a hard camp
Radiant's top
when
shrine
there's a creep wave right next to him. Okay. And this may be the very last team fight of the game, guys. I hate to leave you after this, but immediate Burrow Strike onto the Ursa. Shackle Shot's going to be huge hits on 2 with the call over the top. We do see a hook coming in onto the Rubik. Tornado to try and stop things on the back end with the Radial Deafening Blast. Sand King's going to fall immediately, and they do get that immediate pick off, and now Dire team probably isn't going to want to go back in. Are they going to be able to kill the raid boss? They get a lot of stuns, a lot of keeping him in place, down to about half HP with the Enrage, and they will get the kill. 3-man Chrono with a big Cataclysm, immediately kills the Ursa, buys back immediately as well. They will finish off the Axe as well, I believe. EMP will get the kill. Another strike onto the Faceless Void here with the Dagon. Now Invoker is here, double BKB, but they aren't able to finish him off. He's able to time walk over the top. Miss Shackle Shot, tries to use the punch to keep him away, but the Invoker will get bashed up and die. And Radiant wins the fight. See what I'm talking about here, guys. They get... Rubik. Lift onto the Ursa, gets immediately Shackle Shotted, and he is womp. That's what I'm saying. Radiant has the ability to win a fight if they get a pick-off on a key target. And Sand King is a key target. He has gotten multiple 2-3-man Burrow Strikes in almost every fight. And that's been humongous for them. But that's the only way that they win these fights. 5th Roche of the game, by the way. Guys?
Illusion.
Ursa took the Aegis. Does have his Abyssal Blade up now. Ursa takes the Refresher Shard as... I have no words. I have no words. You were doing so well, Radiant team, for like 2 seconds. And you just completely shit on that. Invoker does not have buyback. So this may be a Rax for the Radiant team. Focus Fire does come off. Dire team does use its Fortify though to try and push him back. No chrono for about 15 more seconds, so he really needs to wait out. Immediately goes in, and he should get dismembered here. The Lincoln is finished. Epicenter over the top, and Enrage is used by the Ursa. Sand King is hooked away, and the charge over the top with the Dagon. Dismember is keeping the Sand King at bay, and they're going to kill this Faceless Void. He does have buyback. Invoker does have buyback now, but is keeping it. Rubik buys back as well. Burrow Strike is going to go over the top. Big long-range axe range, but we are going to see another charge by the Spirit Breaker. Probably will finish him off. And Rage used by the Ursa again. Dust does come out by the Spirit Breaker, trying to get the kill onto the Sand King. They won't get it. We do see a big Shackle stopping the Chronosphere, not going to finish off the Ursa, and a Dismember on the Ursa as well. Are you kidding me? The Ursa is going to fall. That's only the Aegis, though. Sheepstick onto the big bad boy Undying just in the middle of the fray. There's the Shiva's Guard. We do see a Burst Strike after this as well. Another Dismember is going to be canceled immediately. We do see another Enrage by the Ursa. The Pudge is going to fall immediately as well, and this is going to be a kill onto the Ursa. No buyback, 120 seconds on the deck, and Dire is going to go straight down mid now. Can Radiant team hold again? That's the question. Head shake indeed. That's basically my entire experience with this game. Still just an 8k lead by the Dire team this late. That's fucking crazy. Buyback immediately by the Pudge once they go uphill. Smoke immediately dispelled. And Burrow Strike immediately to follow it up onto the Wind Ranger, already at half HP. Dismember over the top with a 2-man call by the Axe. It's not really doing much, although the Focus Fire immediately kills the Invoker, although he does have buyback. Not using it quite yet. The Nether Strike plus the Dagon. Dunk over the top onto the Sand King. Does have buyback as well. Wind Ranger tries to buy back. Man, this Undying does not give a shit. He is man fighting 2 heroes, 3 heroes. Focus Fire with the call over the top. Probably will fall in the end. Another Dismember will finish him off with the dunk. Woo! And Radiant team held again. Another hook gets the Faceless Void, and a call over the top, and they're probably going to kill him. A Lingosphere with the Hex. Another charge, and he's dead without buyback for 2 minutes. Are you kidding me? What the hell is happening? Is Radiant team going to win this game? You've got to be shitting me. Lead down to 3. You know, who cares what the lead is? I don't know who's gonna win this game. This kind of game is like one where net worth doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Someone's gonna win this game, whether they're up 10k, down 20k, who gives a shit? Someone's gonna win this game. Wind Ranger immediately going for tier 4. Tornado to try and stop her will be avoided. Sand King has bought back. Lift onto the Wind Ranger by the Rubik, gonna keep her in place, but a call onto the Rubik. Sheepstick by the Invoker onto the Wind Ranger with the Chaos Meter thrown out, gonna hit 2. Deafening Blast only gonna hit 1. Rubik having to use his Yules. We do see Epicenter being charged on the back line. Is gonna get a very late Blink Dagger. Burrow Strike's gonna only do barely anything. BKB coming out by the Spirit Breaker, gonna get a charge onto the Invoker with another strike immediately canceled by the Stolen Dismember. Hook is gonna split the uprights, but there's the BKB by the Wind Ranger. Tries to get the damage onto the Invoker, immediately gonna be blinked away. Cataclysm is gonna be coming over the top a little bit early. The Tornado is going to keep them in the air too long. Dieback on the Sand King. Spirit Breaker quite low, but is going to get away. Abyssal Blade onto the Rubik, but immediately Sheepstick by the Invoker, trying to keep him at bay, and there's the Lip, trying to keep him back into the well. Not going to be quite enough. 3-man call by the Axe with the Enraged by the Ursa. Going to do a lot of damage and will finish off the Invoker. That's a dieback. Icewall to try and keep them in place. The stolen call by Rubik with the Tombstone is going to kill the Axe. Does have buyback. He should use it immediately. He does. The lift into the well. Tries to use another Enrage. Uses the Refresher Shard for it. The Tombstone is still keeping him in place. The lift again is going to keep him in place. Another decay, and he will die back for 100 seconds. Oh my god, who is going to win this game? Oh, just let it end. What What the fuck? And now Pudge is in trouble. You stayed too long, friend. That's an Ags. That's an Ags decay. That's an Ags decay. Oh my goodness. He falls, and that's a dieback.
Every coin helps.
What? What is happening? Is this the clowniest game of the year? This post will go up on January 2nd, but like January 3rd, excuse me. But this was a December game. So for 2018, is this the clowniest pub game of the year? It's in the running. I mean, it has to be in the running. This is ridiculous. Divine Rapier on Wind Ranger. I like it. I like it. Clowny game goes clownier. Seeing a Divine Rapier in the mix. Axe finishes off a late game pipe. Still has the aspirations for that heart. I don't see it happening, my friend.
Dire are scanning.
Rubik did finally get that Ags. His dreams are completed. Faceless Void went back for an Axe as well, finally over the 2000 HP threshold. My goodness gracious. What does Undying even go at this point? Does he just buy his teammates Moonshards? Invoker very close to a refresher. Will probably just buy it out whenever he reses here. Doesn't have buyback anyway, so he might as well see if he does it. Immediate? How immediate? Pussy. Oh, he's going back? Ah, come on. Sand King, why did you go Irradiance? Why did you go Irradiance? You know what would have been better? Force Staff, Sheepstick. Hell, even a Vlad's would be good right now for that team. Radiant is not doing shit right now.
Radiant are scanning.
Ags on Spirit Breaker. Now that's an item I have not seen in quite a while on that hero. I think I saw a BKB on someone else as well. I think on Pudge. Yeah, on Pudge, who does have the late game Sheepstick as well. And that has been really helping them out. Get the kills on the Faceless Void. Void, why do you not have a BKB? It is an hour into the game. You have died so many times because you don't have a BKB. It's legit getting under my skin.
Double damage.
Does get a DD rune and has this chrono up. This could be a game changer. Will Dire win the game off of this double damage rune? Has Gavin blessed their souls? Looks like they might not be able to make use out of it. Down to about half duration left. Looks like he will farm creeps instead. Radiant team smoked up now, trying to go for a sneak play. See if they can find anyone here. You don't really want Ursa going first. Runs into the Sand King. Smoke is dispelled. We do see an immediate lift onto the Ursa, but the Axe does blink in and get the call. Burrow Strike over the top as well. Rubik will fall immediately. Radial Deafening Blast not going to do anything because of the double BKB. A lot of damage coming out over the top. Dismember does come out onto the Invoker, but a Cataclysm, he is able to get away actually. Radial Deafening Blast is going to get an immediate double kill. Ursa's having a buyback immediately. They will get the kill onto the Rubik finally. Axe is dead without buyback here. Cold Snap over the top onto the Pudge here. Shadow Shot is going to miss, but the immediate burst down onto the Invoker by the Wind Ranger, but does get immediately chronoed. Probably will fall. That's the Divine Rapier on the ground. Pudge just fall as well. That's 3 down by the Radiant team. Dire team still with 3 heroes going. Ursa's probably going to fall out here. Does use another Enrage with the Axe. Another strike with the triple charge. You goddamn hero. But a blink for it, Bro Strike. This is probably going to be the end of the game here. He's dead without buyback. Spirit Breaker buys back, but he can't do it by himself, and it looks like Dire is finally broken through. Goodness gracious.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Well done by Void getting that chrono onto the Wind Ranger. Burrow Strike over the top onto the Spirit Breaker. Tries to use a charge to dispel it. There's the Shivas with the time slow as well. Tries to use Blade Mail to get out of there, but he is just too slow and he will fall. And that is going to be the end of the game. Oh my goodness gracious.
Middle tower has fallen. Radiant's middle tower
Dire team deserves a medal for winning this game. Radiant team deserves like a "You Tried" award for this game too. Like,
Radiant's ancient is under attack.
god damn.
Dire
What a game. What a game. Jeez. That was unbelievable. Clown Fiesta for sure. What the fuck? Wow. Wow, 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 wow. I mean, that's... You know what I mean? Just like whenever you can't find the words to describe something. There's a lot of words you should say, but you don't know how to say. We will leave it at that one. That was a game. That was a game.